Hey everyone, it's Schmook here from the Slapnut Magoos. This is our second video in Retro Rebound. Make sure to slap that like button and slap that subscribe button, and let us know what you think about this series down in the comments below. Here we go. The Legend of Zelda was first released on February 21st, 1986 in Japan, and later released in the States on August 22nd, 1987, over a year and a half later. This is the first game in the beloved franchise that many, especially I, love dearly. And here are some fun facts to know about this amazing game. Up until fairly late in development, you started with that first sword in your inventory, so you don't even get that iconic, "It's dangerous to go alone. Take this." A lot of people do not know that The Legend of Zelda is based off of Miyamoto's childhood, given to the fact that he used to wander around his streets in Japan and in the sewers. The character of Link is based off of Peter Pan from the old Disney movie. And our title character is actually named after Zelda Fitzgerald, who is the wife of F. Scott Fitzgerald. There are 6.5 million copies sold of The Legend of Zelda. As we know today, Super Mario Bros. Was in every way a straightforward mission, but Zelda was meant to confuse and provoke creative problem solving. That is why The Legend of Zelda has all these different puzzles to be different from Super Mario Bros. This game is already pretty difficult, but some people are able to beat this game without a sword. The only reason people get a sword is just so they can beat Ganon at the end of the game, because he is unbeatable without a sword. Which I think is incredible, because it took me 10 hours to beat this game in one day. Yes, I beat it in one day. But some people are able to beat it in less than 30 minutes. So far, the record today is 28 minutes and 47 seconds by Lack Attack 24. For those of you who love the Super Mario games, there's even a few cameos, including the Piranha Plant, who is in a few dungeons. And our last fun fact is, a lot of people don't know this, but there's actually a second quest to the game. And the way to unlock this quest is to start your profile by naming yourself Zelda, and it starts a whole new quest from the first quest of the game. And yes, Lag Attack 24 still has that record for the second quest at 35 minutes and 29 seconds. Now, why do I love The Legend of Zelda? You know, that's a fun thing to ask. I mean, I never played the first Legend of Zelda until recently, because I got my NES to start working, and I went to a retro game store. I bought some cables for it, and it turns out that my Nintendo Entertainment System works. So the first game I bought is The Legend of Zelda, because I love all the games that I've played in that franchise, like Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, and of course Wind Waker. But I've never played the original like SNES or NES games. So I wanted to start off with the first one, because why not? It's amazing. Like, I've heard great things, and it's considered a masterpiece. So what do I think? Do I think it's a masterpiece? Yes. Yes, I do. I could not put down my controller the day I started playing it. It took me around 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours to beat the game. And I just loved it. Loved it to death. It was so fun, and there were so many hard puzzles, and the dungeons were hard, and I swear, the main creatures you fight throughout the entire map and in dungeons, I swear, are harder than the bosses, which I think is truly truly strange, but I mean, hey, it adds a difficulty factor to this amazing game. What I loved most about this game is just how far ahead of its time it was for its time, like, of coming out in 1986, by having this huge, vast, open world. I mean, it was huge for its time. I know now we have, like, the Breath of the Wild, which is ginormous, but for its time, The Legend of Zelda was huge, and there's so much to do in the game. The main quest alone is very enjoyable, but there is a lot of secret stuff throughout the whole map. Like, you just have to shoot your torch towards some trees, and it'll burn it down, and it'll unlock a new passageway to get yourself a new heart canister, even though you can get either that or a potion. But who's going to get the potion, which just heals you up all the way twice when you get a new heart canister? And yes, I found them all. And again, I love this game so much. It's remarkable. I just can't get over it. Like, just how I sat down in my chair all day and played it until I beat it. The only thing I would change in this game is you should make the bosses harder. And yes, we got that throughout time. Like, with most dungeons and future games, like the Ocarina of Time, yes, the bosses do get harder. But it's just, I wish they were a little bit more difficult, because I swear, there's this one creature that shoots like magic at you that kicks my ass. I swear. But I mean, it's fine, because as much as I got mad at the game, at the end of the day, I love it to death. That moment when you get to the last dungeon, you have the complete Triforce done, and you got all the pieces by completing each dungeon. You go to the top of the mountain, and you go through your final dungeon to fight Ganon. And that is a hard dungeon to get through, just to get to Ganon. And when you get to Ganon, I swear, he's probably the easiest boss in the game. I don't know how he is what he is, but that's okay. He still looks cool. The first look of Ganon is kind of funny. Like, of course, he's that pig guy, which we know he is, but it's just kind of funny to look at him. He looks completely different compared to that in Ocarina of Time, which is, again, probably my favorite game of all time, Ocarina of Time. But yeah, this game was... God, I hate to try retread ideas, but it's just, I can't get over how good it was. I loved it so much. If you haven't played it, go and do it. If you have an NES, even if you don't, just, I'm sure you can download an emulator on your computer, because it's not a hard game to run at all, and it's definitely worth your time. But yeah, that was my video this week for Retro Rebound, The Legend of Zelda. If you enjoyed that video, please like and subscribe. We are going to get these videos out to you weekly for Retro Rebound. I hope you enjoy this series so far. Please comment down below if you do like this series. And honestly, if you have suggestions for us to do, please tell us, because we will play through those games, because we love video games and we would love to hear your suggestions. But yeah, as always, I'm Schmook from the Slap Nut Magoos. Again, slap that like button, slap that subscribe button. See you later, guys.